Okay, so let's do some battles, and I'm thinking let's kill our Marine off here. Since he is expensive to replace, or at least play out the battle like some of you asked me to do, even though I know it's going to be a catastrophe. Rules. Add 1 Japanese battalion to the Japanese foxholes. U.S. may not move more than a total 2 infantry to beaches or foxholes. And if we've never held, they get 2 fortifications. Boy, if I would have remembered this, I wouldn't have attacked. That's awful. So, there we go. They get 1, and then they get another 1. Yeah, this isn't going to work out well at all for us. And then they have 4 planes. Although, look, they're all zeros. Oh my gosh. We got lucky, folks. Those are all zeros. There's no bomb component to any of them. Okay, well, we might have ourselves a battle then. The 2 fortification markers don't seem to help. Let's see how many turns there's going to be. 6 is 3 turns. Because we have Marines, we can choose the leathernecks, which are free. And then, of course, we can choose artillery for an automatic hit. And then we can choose charge for an extra attack. That'll let us, roll dice twice. And he rolls at a 5. So that's as good as like a battleship in most of our rolls. I could add a battle. I have 3 U.S. supply points. And I can spend 1 here. I don't know if I want to. The thing is that the Marines aren't going to be able to kill all these guys. I mean, with 2 fortification markers, we're going to be lucky we hit the 2 fortification markers. The fact that there's 4 planes there is just 4 hit points, right? Even though those planes can't hurt me, it's going to require me to hit them 6 times. Here, you can see it for yourself. It's going to be 2 hits for this, 1, 2, 3, 4 hits for that, and then 4 more hits for the battalion. So, it's 10 hits total on 1 unit that I would need to do. I just can't do it. And so, like, let's say I extend the battle plant turns by 1. I have just 1 unit, and a viewer had mentioned that the extending the battle turns by 1 is more powerful when you have more units, like if you have a carrier with a bunch of planes. And he's absolutely right. I mean, it's just, it's way more powerful if I get more dice rolls out of it. I'm only going to get 1 dice roll. It's going to be 1 Marine unit. It's just not enough. So I'm going to just see what damage I can do, and I think my Marine might actually survive this. I really do. Now, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so they will get 2 battle plans. So let me set that. And then let's see what they get. Here's number 1, screening ship. And number 2, ship combat. So that's not going to be very helpful to them. All right, so I would say we move Japanese bombers and fighters, but those fighters can't do anything. So they're just going to be flying in the air. If we damage that airfield, which just for record purposes, the airfield has a bracket value of 1. So I'm going to have to damage these first, and then these second, and then those airfields will be the third to take damage, which I highly doubt I'll get to. I mean, I think I'll be lucky just to hit 1 of these, but because of this stupid rule, they add a battalion to the foxholes. All right, so I'm just going to jump ahead. It looks like it just moves to the infantry. Well, actually, there's nothing that happens this first turn. This very first turn, absolutely nothing happens, and now we're in the foxhole. Okay, so now we move to turn 2. So here's the 2 I grabbed. First light. And no contact. So we're getting lucky on this part. again, their planes can't do anything, so we're going to jump straight down to the infantry phase. Let's roll for them. They have 2 1s, so let's see what they do. And they rolled a 1. Look at that nonsense. Well, good thing we have leathernecks. That stops a hit, so that helped. And then we have an artillery, which is going to be an automatic 1 hit, okay? And then we're going to roll 2 dice because I'm going to do an extra attack with my infantry. Both of these are 5s. And I rolled a 6 and an 8. What kind of crap is that? All right, so we did 1 hit, and I'm feeling less and less like we're going to do anything. We're down to the final turn, and all we're going to do is, we're going to do nothing. We're going to hit the second fortification. That's it. That's all we can do. All we're praying for is that they're not going to hurt us. So, there we go. All right, so they get 2 dice. Thankfully, they didn't roll 1, and we get 1 die. We rolled a 1, which unfortunately all that did was destroy their 2 fortifications. So we did no damage to them whatsoever. But the good news is we didn't die either. If any of these planes would have been bombers, we'd have been toast. Absolute toast. So we got lucky there, but now we got a Marine stranded on Borneo. We're going to have to bail out. And guess what? There's no ships next turn. So that's going to be a problem. All right, what do we got underneath this? Midway Island, we don't need you. All right, so let's do New Guinea next. And then what else we got? We got Gilbert. It's just New Guinea and Gilbert Island. And then here. I've got a lot of thoughts going through my head, but so first things first, we're going to put Gilbert Islands underneath, New Guinea on top, and we'll resolve them in that order. But while we're on the New Guinea one, I'm just going to take a quick look at Wake Island. The special rules there is we're not allowed to have any aircraft there, and they would get a fortification counter, so I'm not worried about that. Carrier Fleet 4, I'm going to just bring over the whole card. Okay, so it's going to look like this. This infantry is going to get on a transport, and he'll land on the island, because there's nothing I can do about that. Because all I'm doing is I'm attacking with 2 submarines. The only thing that matters is we get to do a submarine attack, and they get to do a depth charge. There's nothing else in this battle that matters. Now, the number of battle plans they get is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they get two battle plans. And we do get to choose our own battle plans, and there's stuff for Marines. So like we have a sonar where we can re-roll a torpedo roll. So that might help. I think that might be all I can do. Darn it, that is all I can do. So let's roll. I rolled a 10, so the number of turns is 4. Jeez Louise. Boy, I wish I could have... There's nothing else I can get that's going to help in this situation. I mean, I could buy the thing that lets me extend the battle by a turn, but this could go south on me. All right, so they're going to draw 2. And out of the battle plans, there are some battle plans that will really help them. So we got to be careful there. So we have a screening ship. So if I hit a carrier, it's going to be stopped. So that doesn't help. And they save it. So they're at 4 turns. I roll 2 dice at 2. And there's the 2. Dang it, my plan would have worked. But the screening ship cancels it. And I'll go ahead and re-roll a torpedo. Why not? That missed, so my advantage is already gone. And then you get 2 rolls at 2 as well. And that was a 7 and a 6, so nothing happened. So now we go to 3 turns. They're drawing 2 more. Ship combat, which doesn't help them. And they got another dang screening ship. Oh, come on. All right, so I rolled, I missed, and they roll, they miss. Okay, so they save this, and I assume this means that they're only drawing one battle plan, right? Because that battle plan saves. So now they get +1 on all their attack rolls, so that's not good for us. So let's roll for us. I miss, and then they get 3s now, and they do hit. So one of our subs takes a hit, and that's not good. All right, and so this goes away. We're down to 1 turn. And yeah, they're stopping a hit, so my plan was stupid. Oh, now they can adjust the battle duration. So the blue one will be the 1. It's a 2 and a 1 now for me. They're both misses. And those are both misses for them. They're actually extending this by another round, so we draw again. And they got artillery, so nothing happens there. Same 2-1. Oh my gosh, I rolled a 1, but again, they stopped it. So we would have hit 2 carriers with this strategy. It really would have worked, but let's roll for them. And there's a 2. So they damaged both of my subs. I'm not going to let them sink any of them. So I will have to pay 2 points to repair those guys, and I'll just set them here for now because these will move up. So let's do that. And then these 2 are damaged. So I'm going to just put them in the bottom one because I'll put them on top. All right. So anyways, it was worth a shot. The strategy was sound. I actually did hit their carrier, but I don't know. It seems like a little cheesy to do that strategy. But at the same time, that's what submarines did, I guess, thematically. But their battle plans ruined our day. So that didn't help. All right, and I sort of wish, because if I would have had them for this mega battle that's coming up, those 2 submarine hits would have been amazing. So, okay. Now let's move on to New Guinea. If the Japanese start with forces ashore, add 1 Japanese from their reinforcement pool. So they only have 2 planes, so they have plenty of room for 1. And yes, they're going to get a 0 from the top of the reinforcement pool. They have a full strength infantry and a damaged battalion. They have a battalion on transport. And then Surface Fleet 3 has 2 a submarine unit and a cruiser. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planes. I dropped a bunch while I was carrying them, so I'm just looking at the battle board to see where they went. So we have 5 planes. I thought we had, or 8. Maybe we did and we lost some last round. And then, but the U.S. Foxhole, though, is strong. Look at that. We got 2 Marines there. So we definitely have a strong presence of Marines. I think thematically, we probably have more. Well, New Guinea is a pretty big island compared to some of these other ones, but that's probably more infantry than we could fit on those tiny roads at that time frame. And we have a battleship and 2 cruisers. So that's our situation. I would say that the battle is tipped a bit in our favor, but it's not as guaranteed as you might think. We have a lot of land strength, and of course their submarine could cause problems, as well as their cruiser. So let's see what it does. First things first, we get leathernecks, and I am going to spend one of my battle points, so I'm going to go down to 2. And, well, let's see how many turns we get. We're allowed to know that. See, I rolled a 1. That's awful. So we're going to have 1 battle turn. So I think one of the things I have to do is adjust the battle by 1. And that's not cool. But then we got to do a surface attack. Would add a hit. And I think maybe the infantry can roll for an extra attack. So it'd be, no, we should do artillery. Artillery's better. That's a guaranteed hit. Man, that would be my 3 points. The other thing we could do is we could re-roll an infantry attack and roll an extra infantry attack. And then we have to argue that that's better than spending 2 points for a guaranteed hit. Because this could be 2 hits, but I think on average it'll still just be 1 hit, right? Because I have some dice that I'm rolling at a 5. So I think we'll just stick with the artillery, the guarantee. I was hoping to do like this with my extra battle plan point. I mean, I know I have 2 more, but I don't want to spend it. And I apologize. I'm only 15 minutes in, but I got to make do something personal again. So sorry, that's what I get for trying to squeeze in these videos. Anyways, I will be right back. And thanks for watching. Stay awesome.